Miss Taylor Ray, what you got going on over here?
What's going on, Timbo? Hey, you guys. How are you? Hi. So, on my lovely model here, if you guys know me, you know my work. I love all the hair. I mean, how could I not, right? So this is my lovely model, Vanessa, and she had virgin hair, you guys.
Ooh, it hasn't
virgin
been touched.
hair. I couldn't. I had to choose her, right? So she came in, and it was about a level 7-8, like I said, virgin, gorgeous, natural. And so I went in, and I wanted to give her a global blonde. So I used Pure Light Power Lightener and 20 volume.
What?
20 volume for 45, 55 minutes at room temperature. And then there is no toner on this, you guys. No toner at all. What do you guys think about that?
Look at that evenness too,
Only
girl.
our perfect blonde toning shampoo. That's it. Let it sit on for about 3 minutes, and it gave me this beautiful, gorgeous tone to go ahead and do some pastels on top of it. What do you guys think about that?
Yes, girl.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That shampoo is the best.
Well, we're
toner
really
sometimes.
excited to see what you got going
Well,
on.
I can't wait to show you guys.
Miss Presley, girl, you working it over here. What are we doing?
You know, I watched her walk down stage, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to put anything. And then I was like, yes, I do. I want to put all the things on it. Dude, so many platinum cards in the back, you guys. Just so many platinum cards. I mean, look at her. Look at this.
Oh, so stunning.
Like, this is like dream palette for anyone who wants to do vivid work. So I'm pumped. We're gonna bring it.
And look at these tones real quick. Can you just like see a little bit of these colors?
See if
oh
I
my
can bring
goodness,
it up for you.
I know. Spill it all.
I don't have a prize, but I would give someone a prize. I would find one. If anyone can tell me what they think that the base color of this is.
And it might be in my hair as well.
It is not predominantly wild orchid.
I know, I'm like, wait, what is it?
The
Keep
suspense
it
is killing
going.
me.
Come on,
Just so
throw it at me.
We'll give you 2 more seconds.
Mystical mint.
Dang.
What?
3/4 mystical mint in this color.
Oh my goodness.
So we're gonna talk formulation. I know, right? It's like this muted raspberry tone.
So stunning.
Yeah.
And that's gonna go all over her base, you said, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, guys, what do you think about that? Yes, it's gonna be so beautiful.
You
Timbo.
know what, Mel? We have Cheetah over here having some fun. She's having some fun with some texture.
Oh, I
so
see
Cheetah,
that.
what's going on over here, baby?
So when I saw Carly, she's this beautiful, beachy, natural blonde on her ends. She kind of ombre. And I pre-lightened her with 20 volume as well. And I just did slices all over, but I left her retouch her natural color. And I knew that I wanted her to have yellow with pops of rainbow, because I wanted to color her according to her texture, and I know that she always wears her hair curly, so I wanted to make sure that her chunks of color are bigger than we usually would highlight, just so that they pop with those ringlets. So I'm using neon pink and neon green with yellow.
I'm really excited, y'all. I'm obsessed. Are y'all obsessed, Orlando?
Yes,
I thought so.
beautiful.
That's
Cheetah,
right.
you're working it, girl. But you know what? I just have to come over here real quick. Neil, let's show the audience what you're doing. Let's turn it
All right,
around
guys.
just a little bit. Look how
So-
unique and stunning this is gonna be. Oh my God, look at all this hair, guys.
I'm gonna move over here so you guys
So
can see.
much
Hair
hair.
for days.
So much
Hair for days.
Yes.
You know, that's why I chose her. So first of all, these tones are just so beautiful that I did for the base. I used the new jade here. Have you guys seen the new
Ooh,
jade?
give it up for
On
Jade.
level 8. You guys can't really see it now because it's not up. But there you go.
Yes, there it is.
Look at that.
Oh, so
With
beautiful.
the purple, it's beautiful. She's a natural level 2.
Yeah.
I would say she's got the Asian hair. And then, we lifted her beautifully, nice and even. And then what I'm doing through here is I'm going to paint some lines in. I'm going to do some stained glass looks.
Aren't you guys so excited for that? Stained glass hair, that's gonna be stunning. Now, real quick, your processing for this, how did you get her so light? Because let me tell you, her hair feels absolutely amazing for how light you got it. And I know you were working on it all day yesterday,
Yeah,
so.
I spent about the last 2 years doing her hair.
Oh my goodness.
Just kidding. It took me 2 bleaching sessions. So what I do is I'll usually start with like a 20 volume with the Pure Light Power Lightener. And I make mine pretty soupy. I do 1 to 3 consistency. That's what Pravana recommends anyways.
Yes, it is.
And then I usually go in with another round after that. I'll let it lift to like, throughout an hour.
Okay.
And then after that, I usually go for another round of about 10 volume. And then usually I can get it to a level 9 from that.
Perfect.
I
And
usually let it sit for about an hour to 2 hours between the two processes.
now I'm seeing that you're going in there with like a kind of, like you said, you're making a stained glass kind of technique.
Exactly.
So what are you using right now to do that outline?
This is PRAVANA's black. This
Okay.
is Vivid's black. And I'm just using a regular brush, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to stroke too much. I just kind of want to place the brush on the hair.
Just place
to
it
make
on
those,
there.
yeah, just place it, pat it,
Pat it,
pat,
pat
pat,
it,
pat, pat.
Awesome. Well, that's going to be absolutely stunning. Again, guys, look at these tones up here. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see the finished product.
Beautiful.
I'm
So
excited.
beautiful.
You guys, I don't know if any of y'all have had a taste of Vivid's hair color, but I want to let y'all know something, a little secret. It's a direct dye. Do y'all know what that means? Use it directly out of the tube. No developer, no extra added
Nothing.
things that
Don't
need to
need
go
nothing.
into it. Right out of the tube on pre-lightened hair, you guys. When it does come to working with lightener to prep the hair, because you got to prep it.
You gotta
baby.
prep it.
You got to prep it. We use our Pure Light Power Lightener. Now, when
Yes.
we are working with that lightener, you can work with any of our developers.
Any of them.
Any of them, 0, 10, 20, 30, as
40.
well as 40. And it's the perfect tool to use in the salon when you're trying to get that hair ready for a Vivid service. Now, these are mixed. We use in our
Yes.
Pure Light Power Lightener, 1 part Pure Light Power Lightener to 2 parts of your, 1.5 parts of your developer.
What?
Is it
like
hot
Neil,
in here?
not-
3 parts
It
of
is
your
a little
developer.
hot, yes. And I, like Neil was saying, you know, he used a scale yesterday, which I think is so important to just
Very
say that.
important.
Very important to use a scale because you're going to get exact measurements, which is what you're wanting, especially with their lightener. As you guys can see, these models' lightening is so even, so beautiful, and that is because
Consistent.
very consistent. And with Pure Light Power Lightener, they're using 1 part lightener to 3 parts of our developer.
Absolutely.
And like I said, their hair feels absolutely amazing. Look how blonde Taylor got her client. Just absolutely lovely. I'm obsessed.
I'm obsessed too.
Yes.
So I see
Yes.
Presley over there working, y'all.
Look at that face. Look how clean her sections are. So what is the key to when you're applying her base color? What's the, like a important thing that you like to tell people to kind of keep those sections clean and workable?
Well, I clips, obviously, for clean and workable.
What?
But one thing that I want to talk about, sectioning. So if you can look down for me, beautiful, you can see that I've used a horseshoe section here. So all of us know as colorists or hair cutting specialists that a horizontal line is going to create weight, and it's going to create hard lines in hair color. It will not take up very much space, but will lay very straightforward. So I wanted to utilize the shape of her head using a U shape to where I can cover the perimeter from her fringe to side. And I'm going to show you guys a little technique that I'm using to create dimension. We all know how to do a shadow root, but do we create dimension that when the hair lays forward, that internally it's deeper and lighter out externally?
Perfect. And you said that
excited.
you're using your formula here is Blissful Blue.
No.
No.
Wrong.
Sorry.
I need a buzzer.
Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah, Mystical Mint. Who said
Mystical
that?
mint. Yeah, so it's actually
Somebody's
3/4
listening.
mystical mint, and a lot of you are right to 1/4 wild orchid. Now we all know that green cancels out what? Red.
Perfect.
But is wild orchid all red? No, it has what left? Blue, because red and blue make a violet, right? So if my green is in there and it's at a lighter consistency, it's going to neutralize some of the red, leaving that violet and making a really neutralized tone. So that's why we got a really like muted, soft raspberry color. So don't be afraid to neutralize a little bit because contrary to belief, it's not going to make brown, it's going to make grays. So it's going to deepen everything and make it a little bit smoky. Yeah.
Presley, that color theory girl. You killing it over there.
Love it.
What do you got going on over there, Timbo?
Well,
And
Tay
Miss
is
Taylor.
over here having some fun, y'all. I'm obsessed with a lot of the looks that she has going on her Instagram, but I'm obsessed with what she has in these bowls over here. So, do you want to talk about this a little bit?
Yes, we can definitely talk about this. So as he said, you know, I am like the mother of rainbows. I love all of the colors. I love bright, fun, funky, in-your-face colors. So I thought it would be really fun to do more of a pastel look for you guys today. Do you guys like it?
Woo, so beautiful.
So, and again, because my model got to such a beautiful tone, I didn't want to waste a perfect base for pastels by putting something deeper on it. So I went in, and again, I don't normally do this, you guys. Usually I like to custom create my colors, but every single one of these colors is just out of the tube because it's just that easy. So her base here is just our Vivids Pastels Luscious Lavender. We have the Vivids Blue. the Vivids Past Blissful Blue, Mystical Mint, and then these two colors are from our new Vivids Crystals collection. I don't know if you guys have played with that, but I'm obsessed. I cannot get enough. So from the Crystals collection, I am using rose quartz. So it's very similar to the rose gold, but there's a little more of a purple base to it, so it's a little bit deeper. And then our new sunstone. We all know how much I love orange tones, right?
No.
No. How could you tell? I don't know.
Now look how
So-
stunning this is, though. Like, show off this
Yeah.
little piece back here because it's just so beautiful and so soft.
So what I'm doing, people keep asking me, what is this palette, and what was my technique here? And honestly, it was just kind of randomness, and sometimes that's okay. You don't always necessarily have to have an exact plan. I wanted this to kind of move around so you could see the different tones throughout. So each section is a little different, but always remembering to melt colors that complement each other, right? You can't go in and melt the sunstone, which is a warm tone, and the green, which is a cool tone, correct?
No.
No, we can't do that. So as long as you remember that, you can really just go in and just, like I said, just really customize the color for your client. And I just love how you see the different tones kind of throughout there.
Beautiful.
I know.
Beautiful.
You rocking
Thank
it
you,
out, Tay. So over here, Neil, now I know you said that over there, you said she kind of was a little bit more random, but this is a little bit more thought out in your plan and process. So again, I see that you just sat there, you made your line, you're kind of going in there with your stained glass. Now, what is your palette that you're working with?
I'm working with primary colors because I want them to pop. I want them to shine through because it's going to be a veil on top of this. So I want something that's going to be bright enough and bold enough to kind of shine through that little veil that I'm giving.
Definitely, and I see that you're actually utilizing our meshes, which I think is awesome.
I love these things.
Right, look how flexible he's able to kind of like hold that mesh in his hand, apply the color, and move it down as he's going. So easy, and again, I love your palette. I love how you went in and put the lines in there.
Right.
This is gonna be so killer. I'm excited
The thing
to see
I like
it
about
done.
these meshies, especially if I have an assistant available, I like to use them. If I don't have an assistant, you won't see any mesh being used in my salon.
There was a lot of meshes to clean yesterday,
Yeah.
let me tell you. I was like, I
But
think,
I do like that you can like because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay the next section on top of it to trace these lines.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have a whole thing of meshies under there to give that structure that I need to hold them.
amazing. Well, guys, I'm so excited to see all these looks. Okay, look at this texture over there.
Cheetah
I'm still,
over here is having a
stunned by
blast
it.
over here.
Stunned.
What I'm excited about Cheetah, ladies and gentlemen, Cheetah has actually chosen to work with a lot of texture. In the salon, most of the time when we see someone that does have texture, they get a little nervous. They don't know how to approach it. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree. And I encourage them to embrace their natural texture. I wanted her, she always wears her hair curly, so I want this to be easy for her. So I did not straighten or smooth anything out. And that's why I was able to keep her natural root and not go back through with a root retouch with the bleach. And what I wanted to do was transition that harsh line into a color melt look, but instead of using oxidative color, I did it with the Vivids purple, and that's why you see this purple at her root. So it just looks like a color melt, and we protected her blonde with, is it the treatment? This
So degree shine treatment.
60-second treatment.
60 seconds?
And I had help at the bowl where we held the blonde hair that was covered in the treatment. We held it out of the way as we rinsed the purple from her root, because we all know purple's very pigmented. And I could not do this all in one session, applying yellow directly next to purple and it not affecting the true color of the yellow.
So I want to show you guys something. So when we talked about creating, why do I keep dropping it? Oh yeah, because I'm me. I drop things. I don't know why they put me on a stage. So we talk about like dimensional hair color, and we all can have a shadow root, but how many times have you done a shadow root and it just looks like an inch, like, it just looks like this. And you can't get that, like how are people getting that blend all through the hair and not just a 1-inch subsection of hair, right? So in order to get that depth, utilizing the shape of the head, I want you guys to see what we've done. Now from a side perspective here, we'll just smooth this out. Notice what the color does through the center here. Can you guys see it from that angle? Does it go up? Here, let's turn her the other way. There we go. Can you see how it arches through the center here? Now that means that utilizing the shape of her head, so you can see the arch here. So we've used a U shape, which is not a square, which creates movement, right, and soft lines. Then utilizing the shape of her head, what we have done is everything up until the center point, was brought back to the initial point here. So 1 inch, everything is moved forward to meet this point here. Halfway through here, it was brought forward just under that to where the front has the same amount as the back here. And the center has more depth. Never did I stretch it and pull it through like a melt. I only exaggerated it to the point right above or below it. So utilizing the shape of her head, we can actually see that with her color application. That means that as her hair lays forward, when this moves, there will be depth through the center.
Yes, Miss Poe dropping some knowledge on us.
Miss
Thank you
Poe,
so
Miss Poe.
much.
Now, Melody,
Yes.
over here, I'm watching how her fingers are working. You have a really interesting way
Work them
of
fingers,
blending
girl.
and melting these colors together. You get in there. You got to explain that to me.
You gotta get in there sometimes. So I think it's definitely really important, to blend the colors, full saturation, all of these things. So a little tip and trick that I like to do, again, very fine sections, full saturation, and I blend a couple of different ways, and I like to do them all at the same time. Like, you guys see me like really working on each section a lot, and that's because I feel you can't blend the colors too much, right? I just want to make sure it's in there, there's no hollow spots or anything like that. So you guys can see this goes lavender, rose quartz, sunstone, rose quartz, lavender. But do you see how like seamless that is? Because I drag each color into each other to create a seamless blend. So how I like to do that is I will take my brush and I will go side to side to really spread that color out. Do you see how fanned out that gets? That way I can see through the hair to my glove and make sure that it's fully saturated if I need to add or take away or whatever. And then I will kind of go like this, almost like rubbing your fingers like this instead of like an up and down motion, more just kind of in a circular motion, I guess. I like to do that right where the two colors meet to really marry those colors together and create a really nice third color.